how to build the confidence of a warrior. Here's a little clip of some heavy bag training today. Let's take some time to appreciate it. Let's check it out. And there we go. Still going. It's okay. But that was a little clip. How to build your confidence as a warrior. How to build a warrior's confidence. Vice versa. It's all the same. At the end of the day, to really just break it down and give it to you, your confidence comes from doing things when you don't feel like doing it. Okay? Bottom line. Now, as a warrior, there's so many different aspects of a warrior. You have respect, humbleness, kindness. You have violence, rage, discipline, self-control, anger. You gotta be everything at one time. In order to take a life and save a life, you gotta be both. Okay? Now, to build your confidence, how I've built my confidence as a warrior, so to say, is you got to start very elementary. As I will always say, you got to have a bigger vision, not a bigger vision, but a higher vision of yourself. And then whatever you can figure out in that moment, whether you're visualizing it or not, you got to just do that, okay? And as you step into one zone of being your highest self, the other areas will unfold. It's best that you kind of just hit one area first and let you being that highest version of you bleed into everything else. And this is how you kind of build upon your confidence and you build it up. You got to have a foundation first, whatever it is. Now, as usual, you see the shadow boxing, the heavy bag work. If you came from my TikTok, YouTube, whatever, you see what it is for me. I couldn't see anything else. These videos that I'm making and I'm speaking, I couldn't really see these. I knew that I wanted to have skills. Growing up, I was always smaller. I'm still kind of small. Like, look at my wrist. It's not that big, but the cannon that holds this lever is nuts. The power. Okay? But I was super scrawny. I was super skinny. I was super weak. I just wanted to be strong. And, of course, I got into Bruce Lee, this and that. And just the karate. Just being the toughest. That's all I could see. And a lot of times, as you get older, you'll have different influences. You'll see money. You'll see dudes with cars. You'll see dudes with muscles. And, of course, I understand on this journey of life, especially for a man, I can just speak because I'm a man. You're gonna have these different influences that you're gonna have to kind of pursue and see it to the end. For some of us, this is just learning the hard way. It's hard for you to really grasp deep wisdom and knowledge just by kind of observing. You gotta kind of put yourself in the front seat, hit your head, and really, really take in, like, okay, this hurts. This left me feeling like this. Everybody, whatever repercussions, you experiencing it firsthand will give you deeper insight and better guidance on which way you actually need to go. So, when it comes to building your confidence, as I said, get the vision of your highest self. And whatever that person is doing, whatever you can see, just focus on that. Okay? Like I said, it's going to be very elementary. And what you got to do is, let's say, as with me, I'll just use me because, I'm living proof of what I'm talking about, all right? Like I said, I was a little depressed, overweight. I was trying to find ways to really just shortcut the process of how to get skinnier. Of course, with TikTok, all the information out there, you're gonna want to find ways. This is just how humans are. We just try to find the easiest ways to do things, and that's what I was doing. But I knew in my head the highest version of me is just putting in work, moving certain ways, shadow boxing a certain way, kicking a heavy bag a certain way, jumping rope a certain way. I couldn't see anything else. I can see him driving this, driving that, dressing like this, dressing like that. But the one thing that I could kind of be detailed on was just the physical work of what he was doing. All right? And from there, I just attacked that. And the thing is, to really build up your confidence, you have to live in that space for a while. You can't just do it one day and just be like, oh, okay. Like this feels good. Oh, now I am who I am. No. You gotta live there and you gotta experience some things. For me, I had to experience, of course, all the muscle fatigue, dude, look at that knuckle. These knuckles are red just from hitting a bag barehanded. There's things I had to experience in order for the highest version of me in this area to really fully manifest itself, to really be confident, okay? Now, I'm going to take it back to another time. There was another transformation I had where I was kind of buff. I was doing just straight bodyweight work, and I got really lean. I was thinking of going back into the ring, and I got much leaner than what I am now. What happened was I had the vision of what he was doing. I did it. I was running 8 miles a day and just straight boxing. And he was eating only 2 meals a day. What happened was, that's the only thing I could see. Just boxing, 2 to 3 hours at night, 8 miles every morning, 2 meals a day, nothing but coffee and water. Black coffee and water. I just did that. From there, okay, I got more things in tune. Now understand, when you're running 8 miles every morning, doing only 2 8-ounce steaks a day, basically there were some days I would fast from Sunday to Monday or Saturday to Monday, 3 days, and like just doing all this hard work. Understand that my normal life, interactions with my girlfriend, my kids, just washing the dishes, like just figuring out what we're gonna do, like, because I'm barely doing anything. I'm not interested in going out to eat on dinners. Like if we do, like I'm literally gonna get the same thing, just a steak. Now I gotta figure out just the energy exchange between me and my girlfriend, because she thinks I'm not interested in a date because I'm just eating 8 ounces of steak. I'm starving, my face is getting sucked in, and I'm just like, I just want to train and run and just get this vision in my head going. Now, dealing with all of that, this is where the other things come into play. Understand that I was confident in what I was doing. I was hitting the 8 miles. I was doing what my highest self was doing workout-wise. Now, as far as the starving and eating the meals, came other problems. And this is where the other areas of my confidence was built. Now that I'm fasting, starving, like I didn't throw anything out. Like I said, I got kids. They can eat ice cream. They're active. And I make sure they don't eat too much of it. So, I mean, my greatest vice, ice cream. It's like right in front of my face every day. Like I see it. They got like juice. And then they got there's rice, love rice, there's potatoes, french fries, whatever. I'll get the McDonald's. Like all these temptations are in front of me. But now, because I want to be my highest self workout-wise, and I'm starving, these areas of just the little mundane things in my life gave me another stepping stone to build my confidence. This is why it's kind of easy for me to lose weight, because I've done a whole bunch of shit eating nothing and still just sticking to it. Just water and coffee. When it comes to supplements, none. You don't need any of that. And now I'll give you a take on that. This is another thing that really builds my confidence, is that out of high school, I wanted to be big and strong. I wanted to be Hawaii's strongest man. Like I said, I always had this drive to be big and strong and just the baddest, okay? I was skinny. Now I'm understanding the yin and yang of life, the balance. I was skinny. Of course, when you are not one thing, you just want that thing that you're not. So I was extremely skinny. I wasn't necessarily weak, but weight-wise, like external, just pushing weight, I was weak. I was really fast, really explosive, but I wanted to be strong. So out of high school, I started just lifting weights, and then I went to go, I anything to get it. So I went to GNC. I bought like these, they're like hormone pills. Took them. Dude, I was like, I got strong. Extremely strong. especially for my size and like my bone structure. My bone structure is meant to be lanky like Bruce Lee, just like iron bars. Not I'm not big boned. Um, I attained it, and then I didn't understand anything about off cycles. I just oh, this thing increases your weight, puts on muscle, this and that. Like, we getting it. I didn't know anything about cycles. Just eating muscle milk, protein shakes, and this little hormone pill. When it was gone, everything went with it, and I was like, whoa. And I guess just a hormonal withdrawal from whatever. Even though it was from GNC, like it wasn't. It was just pills. Okay, this was back. This was maybe like, if I had to say, dude, I'm 33. This is when I was like 20, 33, 13 years ago. Just one bottle lasted like, it was like a 30-day cycle, dude. After that, like, I knew already. These things, whatever the supplements giveth, the supplements taketh. And I couldn't stand that. I couldn't. Understanding that you get all this monstrous strength, the power of the universe in this little thing, but when you don't take it, it's gone. I didn't like that. So from then on, I was just like, dude, I mean, protein shakes is not bad. It's just protein, you know. But it's just protein, you know. It's just a powder. It's like grinding up steak and drinking it, you know. So I would still take that throughout my life. But once I hit 30, I was like, dude, like, I don't really need anything. I kind of, like I said in my story, fitness gym, fitness coach, personal training, fighting in the cage. Like, I had a wider range of experiences physically, so I got to understand my body more. And I came to understand that, dude, the supplement industry is a business. And a lot of times, they'll market things just to sell you more stuff that you really don't need. If you just eat, you understand active recovery, and you really just stay in tune with your body, and you sleep really good, you don't really need any supplements, dude. Food, sleep, exercise. That's it. Humans been doing it for millions of years. Like, obviously, we're here. It's the year 2022. We don't know how many years everything goes back, but some kind of food, some kind of walking or exercise, hunting, and sleeping, okay? And now my confidence is, dude, I do all of these things. I don't take anything. I just eat food and sleep. That's all you need, especially in a fighting range. Building the muscle is not a priority. Understand that some people ask me like, oh, what protein shakes do I take? Understand protein shakes, creatine, pre-workout, recovery drinks, BCAAs, these were all made for bodybuilders to build muscle for show. When you're a fighter, you're not going for a look. You are going for performance. And this is one thing that you gotta come to understand, is that bodybuilding protein powders, okay, were created by bodybuilders. Old in like the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they started making, like, you know, they had these whey cream isolates. Yes, protein powder they came from other usages, I would say. I think it was for like military personnel when they were out. But bodybuilders discovered it. They're like, okay, if we put this powdered cream in my drink with butter and eggs, my muscles will grow. As a fighter, a warrior, that is not your purpose. Bigger muscles doesn't mean stronger, faster. It just, to the eyes, you look stronger and faster, okay? Performance, speed, strength, in technique, in cardio conditioning, that's your main concern. But now, with all this supplement industry marketing, a lot of younger generations are meant to believe that you need these things. You don't. Your whole thing is about performance. If you just understand food and resting, it's all you need. Warriors, gladiators, samurais, Greeks, Vikings, they've all been just eating food. And when you dig into these warrior cultures, especially Vikings, the Greeks, for the Olympics and stuff, the warriors, they had certain food combinations and for certain diets in which would enhance an athlete's performance. You just gotta understand the foods, where it's grown, what happens when you cook it, what times of day when you eat it, when you stack it with other things like going out in the sun. Dude, if you eat a healthy meal, and you sleep right after, at least 3 hours after like steak, eggs, and a little bit of potatoes, dude, that meal will do way more for you than a protein shake. Just saying, okay? But that's the other way I built my confidence. No supplements, dude. The muscles, whatever that I have, the abs, that is just straight, just being controlled with my food, staying away from all this crazy sugary drinks, and working hard. You can't. Humans need this: food, exercise, water. They need these things, and the things that are essential to humans is what I use to build what you see. Nothing else. And this is why the hard work, the discipline, the everyday training has to be in place. When a kid comes up to me and says, "Uncle, I see your TikToks. I want to be like you. Abs of steel, guns, arm wrestling, whatever." Not arm wrestling, but to really flush it in a dude. "I want to be like you, Uncle. What do I do?" When I tell him, eat better foods, drink water, sleep more, and exercise your ass off, I'm not lying. And this is the other part of the confidence. Everything that I'm giving you in these YouTube videos, my TikToks, dude, I live it. So when I give it to you, I'm confident. It works for me. If you stand in front of me and we just so happen, I'm not trying to say like, I'm promoting violence, but if you had to stand in front of me and your only objective was to hurt me or take my life, understand everything that I do day to day, moment by moment, second by second, what I'm eating, how I'm training, when I'm meditating, when I'm making this video, how I'm sleeping, how I treat my kids, all of it is gonna be powered up and fueled for me to stop you. And I'm totally confident in it because everything that I'm giving you, diet-wise, workout-wise, and what you eat and drink, what you drink, and what you gotta think is what I use to be fully prepared for whatever you want to throw at me. And this is how the confidence is made. In the little mundane things. I didn't think that washing the dishes was going to bring me confidence. I didn't think that not taking supplements was going to give me confidence. Like, so much little things. But as a warrior, you got to understand that just one shift in the wind can really topple down a whole kingdom if you just stand in the right areas, give it the right amount of pressure, with the right leverage, watching the wind. Dude, every little subtle thing can dictate eons of many different things. This is something that training every day and just really being deeply introspective and introverted has led me to understand. And these things that I'm sharing with you are things that I know you need as well. Because as a fighter on this journey, you are seeking more. You're trying to understand, why do you have these desires to be, I wouldn't say skinny, but to be ripped, to be in shape, to fight, to be disciplined on your diet. Like, why? I can tell you, one is for the warrior's confidence. Again, when you don't feel like working out, you do it. When you feel like eating ice cream, you don't do it. You stick to your diet. When you feel like not stretching, you think, let me just roll in bed. I don't need to stretch my legs today. But you do it. These little things build your confidence. And as I said in the beginning, find the area that you kind of have the most detail on. The thing is, let's play universe, God, okay? If you believe in this higher power that's within you, all around you, understand that these visions that you're getting are hookups. And it's telling you exactly what you need to do right now, to get you to the next place. Okay? If you just follow what's going on in here, okay, for me, I did the boxing part. All the shadow boxing, my hands are exactly where I need them to be. Then it said, boom, start working on your knuckles. You see, this thing is growing. When you're punching things barehanded and you're punching people barehanded, you got to train for it. You can't just always, you can from boxing gloves go into bare knuckle fighting, but You got to really train it to really soak it into a person. Your forearms, no knuckle push-ups are going to prepare you. You got to be hitting things full blast, basically barehanded, to understand the mechanics of a barehanded punch, okay? And that was my next step. After that next step, my knuckles are conditioned. My wrist, dude, I can flush things in. My wrist is getting really strong. Understand that when you wear barehanded gloves, you got to find gloves that don't have a wrap, okay? You don't want it to wrap. You want it to be kind of open. That's why I wear the leather mechanic gloves or the Everlast gloves. It's a little elastic band and they open. That way when you punch, your wrist is flexed. If you have a wrap on, I see some of these newer bare knuckle gloves, they have a wrap. They still help support. But when you have that old school where it's just open, an elastic band, it was made that way. So when you hit something, your wrist is not supported. So if you do land like this, with those elastic gloves, dude, your arms are forced to be strengthened and to hit with power in this position. Dude, I can give power this way, this way, anyway, because I've trained it, okay? Got the bare knuckle stuff down. Now, in my head, while I sit down and I have my little introspections on what I'm gonna do tomorrow, now it's been guiding me towards, I gotta get my kicks back. A lot of you don't know, I actually fought mixed martial arts, amateur, and my kicks, I loved to kick with my hand speed and body kicks. Really, just it was like a cheat code, dude. I blind you in the eyes with my fists while I'm chopping down your legs and your body with my legs, and I was just, I'm not gonna say blessed with it, because the kicks I had a hard time. I had to really work at it, but now it's telling me add more kicks. Add more kicks. I added more kicks. Now, okay, you got the ankle weights. Add the ankle weights to your kicks. Okay, now flow on the heavy bag. Just light hands with light kicks. Do your power kicks. From here, now I got all of that. Basically, this is on autopilot. Now it's saying, okay, now that you got all of these things, share it on YouTube. Share it on TikTok. And as I share, people reach out. It's like, okay, now you got a question. Answer this question with what you know. Step by step by step by step by step. You want to reach the pinnacle of yourself? Step by step by step by step. Whatever your mind is telling you to do. There was a time where I was extremely in shape. Okay, so I was running the 8 miles, this and that. And like, at one point, because my mixed martial arts gym, I had one dude, he did some time. He served some time in prison in the Cali system. In the Cali system, the Mexicans, they program with a lot of burpees. He showed me with a 6 count, Navy SEALs, 22 count, 88 counts, whatever. And so I was like, okay, it was getting mundane, my routine, just running 8 miles and doing the boxing training. I was like, let me throw in these burpees. I was whacking burpees, dude. I can whack burpees all day. Like, it's easy because I make running 8 miles. I was doing it in boots, extremely hard, like Marvin Hagler. That was one of my antenna shortcut hacks that I was getting in my head. So, dude, running 8 miles in boots every morning, 3:30, starving, whacking out 400 to 500 burpees, 6 count burpees, like. And then there was a point where I had to really learn the lesson from that. For me, I'm not going to say burpees is bad, but for me and my style and where my heart wanted to go next, burpees was a much slower movement for me. So I do this thing called up downs. If I really need to get some cardio and like I don't have space, I do a thing called like up downs, gorilla up downs. So it's just I go down on my knuckles, kick my legs out, and stand back up, boom, and like with a little jump, because it's much faster. My style is much faster. Like whoa, whoa, whoa. So with the burpees, it's 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. It was too slow for me. So my heart was just like, you saw the end of that road, and it's not a bad thing. It's just it's gave us what we needed. We got to go here now. Okay. So same thing. I used to do a lot of weighted shadow boxing. I'm still doing it now, but now my mind is like, the hands are kind of where it needs to be. Now we need the legs to keep up with the hands. So we got to put some ankle weights on the ankles. And from there, boom. Same thing. Okay, now that you're feeling this speed, go back to a kind of keto diet or carnivore diet, but eat a little bit of oatmeal with some honey. If you're kind of tired, Mix some honey in your coffee. Like step by step by step by step by step. These videos, how I speak, whatever, it just comes from step by step, following my heart. Following my heart. Because in my head, you got to ask the right questions. How can I be confident? It's going to give you the step. And a lot of times when you're like just wandering off, washing the dishes, ask yourself, how can I build my confidence now? How can I build myself now? It'll tell you. Focus on washing the dishes. Okay, wash it good. Okay, boom. Okay, how can I be confident now? See all that little dust bunnies? Wipe it off. We don't need any dust. Okay, boom. What can I do now? Understand, on top of all the filming, all the TikTok, making this a video, taking care of my kids, training other people, stacking up all these things for TikTok, yeah, all these things, hanging out with my girlfriend, on top of wiping all the dust, folding all the clothes, refolding a shirt that I see that's on the ground, cleaning up just little stuff, taking out my dogs. I'm stacking all of this while keeping to my diet, while keeping my training, still meditating, still trying to keep positive thoughts, and just trying to serve you as best as I can. This is steamrolling my confidence. And this is what you got to do. Step by step by step by step by step. If you don't know where to start, again, I will repeat it. Sit down. See your highest self. Grasshopper. Your highest self. Hey! You got to see it in your head. And what is that person doing? And just, if you can do it, implement it right now in the moment, do it. And you got to keep doing it until the next step is just revealed. You got to trust in this. You got to trust in this. Part of my videos and you coming to me is trying to help you understand that as a warrior, a martial artist, I'm not even going to say a fighter, a martial artist, because we practice every day. Hey, yes. These things are a gift from some higher power. And you can say you're being called to be something, and to be a teacher, a guider, a warrior, a compassionate person. And there's things that you need to do because there's people who need saving. So you got to become this man. And how do you become this man? You got to start with what? The heart. The heart is telling you, all right? Didn't mean to rant too long, but a warrior's confidence, day by day by day by day, step by step, vision by vision. When you get the vision, do it. Do it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. If it says drop down and do 100 burpees right now, you better do it. You better do it. That way, when you go to sleep at night, you be like, damn, my mind said do 100 burpees right now, and I did it. I didn't feel like doing it, but I did it. Now I'm here. I'm ready for tomorrow. And this is how it just steamrolls. Okay? You got this, little grasshopper. Hi. Grandmaster Sensei Ches out. Oh, but always remember, train hard, be kind.